Hey guys, what's up? It's Chris Mitchell with Plaid.toys. That's Chris Mitchell with PlaidToys.com. I appreciate you guys checking out this video. Today is a really cool special unboxing video because it's something I hadn't really done before, which is an unboxing video of a different brand other than Hot Toys. As you guys know, I was never a big fan of the unboxing thing anyway, but you guys have been really supportive and I really appreciate that. So I appreciate you guys checking it out every week, and I'm really grateful for that. This week, it is a non-Hot Toys figure. Today I'm going to unbox the John Lennon Molecule 8 figure, which came out, I guess, I've probably had mine for about a week. And it came out, it was announced, I guess, about almost a year ago. By the time they finally released it, I said, oh, sweet, here it is. And I thought it would be a really cool addition to what I have, being that I'm a musician, that's what I am full time. The toys thing, as you guys know, is not really my number one activity or my, I guess it's one of my obsessions or passions, if you will, but it's not my number one. I certainly don't make my living at it. Anyway, the John Lennon was also special for two reasons. Hopefully most of you guys have at least understanding better halves. Ashley, when my wife and I got together, my big thing was, hey, I collect toys, and at the time I think the third Star Wars film wasn't out yet when we met. And I said, look, I'm going to be collecting for a while. I just want you to know that. And she goes, okay. I was like, are you sure? Because that's kind of what I am. She goes, all right, we're good. So that was actually the very first time we met. She came to my house and my apartment at the time, and I said, hey, before you go to our room, don't freak out. And she's like, her eyes got really wide. I opened the door and she saw the action figure. She goes, oh, I was worried it might be something else. So you've probably all experienced that. And here's a shout out to my friend Dave. Congratulations, buddy, for getting married. David Waters. He's my Hot Toys collecting pal, and he's over in, he only lives about 45 minutes from me. So congratulations on your recent marriage, Dave. It was a pleasure to play at your wedding. And in his vows, his minister said, with marriage comes a lot of things. You'll have to share everything, including your action figures. So remember that. Remember that, Dave. Anyway, today is kind of cool. I'm going to do the the Molecule 8 unboxing with John Lennon, but I found this at Walmart a while ago. What? It's a reissue vintage packaging, actually, of Starscream. If you guys can see that, I'll pull it up just a little. That is wicked. I'm hoping that's sweet. I didn't buy this for me. I'm not a huge Transformer fan. I do have my Optimus Prime over here, as you guys probably saw in the last video, but I'm actually not a huge Transformers fan. I loved it growing up, and I had two Transformers. I had Blaster and one tape to go inside him, and I was happy. That's the only one I ever wanted. So I wasn't really a big Transformer, even though it was right in my generation. But I was the Star Wars G.I. Joe kid, and my best friend Brian was a huge Transformer fan. So I actually bought this for him. So happy birthday, Brian. I hope you like this. It's a little throwback. Brian doesn't collect action figures or anything like that, but when I buy him stuff like this, he likes. Oh yeah. Deep down, we're all 10 years old inside. All women know that too. But anyway, so this is really cool. It's even got the retro stats report on there too. I may be wrong about this, but I seem to remember there used to be some glasses you could read, and there's a hidden message, or the stats were a little more visible. I don't remember that. Again, I wasn't a Transformer buff, but I think that's kind of the way it is, because they did kind of a blue on red print. I don't know. I might be wrong on that. You guys can comment in the comment section below and let me know. But they're still giving some Autobot points here, and I don't really know what that's for. I don't know if they're going to do a custom release or anything like that. I did pick up the Katana, the Jabba the Hutt sail barge. I did do the special buy-in on that, so that is one thing that I did kind of go off for. But anyway, if you've noticed this Transformers vintage packaging in the store, it has made my heart warm. So I hope you guys support that, because Hasbro's been really cool about going back and realizing, hey, we're the toy collectors. It is. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and do this Molecule 8 John Lennon. Oh my God. Okay, the first thing you're gonna notice about this thing, if you get it, and you see that I don't talk much about boxes, but this freaking box is massive. And for one figure inside, I don't even remember. Honestly, I had a tough time when I posted this on eBay. I had a tough time figuring out what the crap came with it, because it just, I couldn't remember. They kind of left some promo photos, and they had left some, a lot of shots up there that basically weren't even, they weren't really production shots, so I don't exactly know what comes with it. I have no idea. But anyway, we're about to find out. I really don't know. I mean, I truly don't know. And to the user that asked me last week if I'm using an infidel, I am. That is one thing I'm using for opening my packages here. That's about really all it's good for. Automatic knife like that is it's nice and sharp and all that kind of stuff. It's good to cut packages, but I certainly wouldn't use it as a daily. At the store, at the retail shop, we get a lot of boxes in like this, and I've got a little Kershaw blur that is fantastic. All right, yeah, okay, it's down the side, down the side. All right, anyway, I also have had a knife obsession since I was a kid too. I don't know what's up with that. This is kind of a weird little thing to have. Oh, this is cool, okay. So the first thing you notice when you open it up, it says, Imagine, John Lennon. And again, my story on this, there's a main reason actually why I got this. Obviously, I'm a musician, but my wife Ashley is a huge John Lennon fan. And just a few weeks ago, we went to, we live in Georgia, but we went to see, okay, there's extra stuff there. And a pick on the back. It's a guitar. That's awesome. But anyway, maybe they came with a guitar. That's cool. It'd be sweet. If it's an old school Epiphone, that'd be even awesome. But anyway, she's a huge Beatles fan and a massive John Lennon fan. This is a huge box. And so we went to see Paul McCartney. We saw Paul McCartney in Austin City Limits at the music festival a couple weeks ago. That was an awesome show. Awesome show. 76 years old. He played 2 hours straight. He did not take a break. He didn't take a sip of water. I mean, you see me right here just doing these videos. I've got to have something with me. So hats off to you, Sir Paul. You have earned everything in your life. Fantastic show. Okay, so we're first going to look at this Imagine. That is the print that's in New York. Ashley and I saw that about, I guess about 10 years ago. We went on a trip to New York. That was the Imagine artwork that's in the park there. I think it's in Strawberry Fields, if I'm right. And it's really, really pretty. Okay, this is a well put together box with Lennon's signature all over it. So that's fantastic. This was approved by Yoko Ono, so she did approve. She would control the John Lennon licensure and all that. And she did approve this, and it is a licensed product. Oh yeah, okay, this is nice foam here at the top. All right, so if you were wondering, straight from the top, if you were wondering if this is Hot Toys quality or not, this Molecule 8 stuff, it absolutely is. This head sculpt is spot on John Lennon. I mean, it is spot on John Lennon, and that is a perfect singing face for him. That looks a lot like the face he did in the recording of Stand By Me when he recorded, he was in New York and he said, "Here I am in New York, live and singing to you." And he's just, that is brilliant looking. There's his shades, there's, I guess, this, of course, the stand, some extra pieces, extra hands. He's got his feet in flip-flops right there. He's got the black trousers with the, I can't remember if this was, no, this would not be the Rooftop Performance jacket. But this is definitely the jacket that he wore on the Dick Cavett show. If you guys have seen the, if you've seen, oh, there it goes. Ah, and it's got the patches as well. That's what I like about these videos. All these little surprises jump out at me. And you get to see it when I do. That's cool. But that's cool. It's got all the patches. Anyway, when he was on the Dick Cavett show, he wore this Army jacket. He wore a U.S. Army jacket. Obviously, is a part of a political statement, but Lennon was, if you saw Forrest Gump, he was, that's the cut they did was when Dick Cavett was interviewing Forrest Gump and John Lennon was on the show at the same time. Of course, in reality, Forrest Gump wasn't there. I know some of you guys in Alabama probably still think it was, but I don't blame you, you know. They did film that in Savannah though. What? Okay. So anyway, this is John Lennon and that sculpt is fantastic. We're going to do a close-up look at that in just a minute. Before I take him out, let's take a look at this. I really don't know what's in this box. I feel like I've got some kind of deluxe figure I didn't know I had. And that explains why it was even bigger. Come on, please be a guitar. Please be a guitar. Ah, it's guitar. There you go. Oh man, this is sweet. Oh, this is sweet. Oh yeah. It's the Epiphone. Now it's not licensed by Epiphone. Gibson is a lot of times more closely regulated to Satan. That's right. Anyway, they are really funky about what they do with their licensing, their branding, and things like that. They have actually even gone after companies of which they've had some issues with in the past with license disagreements. And this is clearly the Epiphone. You've got the volume knob and tone knob right there. You got the front mounted pickup right there, which is fantastic. We're gonna look at that close up. They did a really good job of this. They did a print You probably can't see from there. I'll show you later, but you can see the wood grain going through. So that is a fantastic print. There's wood grain there and there. It's a really good representation of what a quarter sewn top would be. That's fantastic. They've got the binding down really well. The fret markers look clean. They really do. They got the trapezoid fret inlays. That's great. They've got the nice key, the wonderful key tuners up there, which is great. It's a flat neck profile, probably a D. That's kind of cool. Man, they went out of their way with this. This is fantastic. Now, underneath this is really cool. They did a jacquard print strap, and that is absolutely awesome. I mean, that is too cool. That's the kind of a hootenanny design. If those of you guys in the music industry may say, oh yeah, that's what that is. And that would have been certainly age appropriate, time appropriate for what John Lennon was using. I gotta be honest with you, I've never, John Lennon in the music world is known obviously as an incredible songwriter. If you're a guitar player and a musician, everybody reviews him as a great rhythm guitar player, and he was a great rhythm guitar player. And he was, wait, is that picks in there? I think that comes with picks. That comes with picks. I gotta get my flashlight for that. I don't have my flashlight with me. Those are picks down in there. Crazy. I'm not gonna take those out. I'm not gonna take those out. I'm gonna lose those if I take those out. It's not gonna happen. All right, so let's see. What else has he got? He's got a black tee, I believe. Yeah, a long black t-shirt, a little bit open neck. Not gonna show him on that one. He's got the white pants. I think he did wear the white pants for the Dick Cavett show. I think that's what it was. I think I said that. He's got the flip-flops, and they are great, and they are sculpted independently from the feet. Oh my God, they're magnetic. That is because his base is magnet. I like me some magnets. I ain't gonna lie to you. My brother has a crazy infatuation with magnets. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. And they stick together. That's awesome, dude. They are sculpted independently, so we're gonna look at that in just a second. So you could actually, they're mounted, they're glued in there, but they're sculpted independent. So that way, it really does look like his foot's in a flip-flop. So they even colored his toenails. That is just brilliant. Okay, let's see what else we got in this bad boy. Obviously that magnetic base, I'm gonna go ahead and take that out because I'll set John on that in just a second. Let's see, let's get you out of here, Mr. Lennon. Oh yeah, oh God, this is heavy. This figure, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. I kind of forgot about it when I read it, but this is almost like a Viking body. He has a metal endoskeleton. I forgot about that. I really did. It feels like his jacket may have a little bracing in there. I don't know. I can't quite tell, but it's a good shape for his body. You can kind of look at that. This is a spot-on John Lennon face. I mean, it looks fantastic. The head sculpt is right there. His hair looks great. This is just a great figure. Yeah, his body is feels like the silicone, like the Viking. I guess I'll check out his shirt and make sure I'm right about that, but I think I am. Okay, it's Velcro, so hate to be a little weird here, but anyway, sorry, John, got to undress you just a bit. Yeah, it is definitely like a silicone body. You can push that silicone body. There's no seam, which is great. You need to check out my frequently asked questions on the plaidtoys.com page. I hate jointed torsos with a passion. I mean, it's like the whole idea behind a figure is it should kind of capture the reality and kind of suspend the disbelief for at least a moment. And when they put that joint right there in the middle of the torso, it just drives me crazy. So anyway, that's one of my pet peeves. It's probably my main pet peeve. But he's got great articulation. It feels a lot like the Viking. Yeah, this is gonna be a great figure. So if you wanted to do a Bruce Lee style John Lennon with a wah, you could. But man, I feel like a person winning the Grammys for the first time. It really is heavy. I mean, let me see. I've got a Viking figure right here. Okay, it's about spot on. This is my guy. I love showing this guy. I love showing his little flexing. Let's see. The Lennon figure is heavier. I mean, this guy's heavy. I kid you not. All right, put you back there, dude. Don't you fall. Don't you fall. You're gonna knock over that little torture droid from the Death Star. But anyway, man, I just can't say enough about this figure. This is great. The bottom of his boots actually have wear on them. That is just unbelievable. Magnets on the bottom there too. I would imagine it does a good job of holding this up because they feel like strong magnets. And let's see, dear God, does it ever. Oh yeah, you can see there he's even got a lean to him, but those magnets are wicked strong. That's awesome, man. That is really cool. So this is a really cool way to display a figure without the the crotch grab base coming up or the waist wrap around, those techniques that they're using these days. This is a great way to display this figure. It would be really cool if more people implored that. I would tell Hot Toys, hey Hot Toys, put magnets in the feet and stop putting magnets in the packaging. That way we can actually have a use for these stinking magnets. You with me, Hot Toys? All right, I hope so. Anyway, I obviously want to strap this guitar on him, but I also want to put that Dick Cavett jacket on him too. So I think I'm gonna, let's see what else is in here. I'm curious about that stand now. This is, no idea what this is. This might be like some kind of tool. I don't know if this is a tool for moving something or removing something. I'm not exactly sure what that is. It's the little white thing with a hook. I'll probably read the instructions because I think I will mess something up. Okay, there's a Molecule8 card in there. Here you go, John. Sorry about that. It's the Mark. Okay, it's the metal Mark 1 endoskeleton. I've got to order one of these because that thing looks like the Terminator inside. It really does. It has the skull and everything. That's pretty freaking sweet. That's why it's so heavy. It's basically an absolute. I would think his head is not, obviously, but basically has the complete metal skeleton and jointed with ribs and all that kind of stuff. So I would love to have that a skull like that. Just wow, stainless steel. That is unbelievable. And evidently that's a figure you can order. I probably need to order that because that is a pretty sweet thing. It help any of you guys out there drawing and stuff like that too. That'd be a great little thing. Behind the curtain, they've got a little, they've got a nice little, hey, this is what we're up to. This is what we're doing. And this is some of the, licensure that they've gotten. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Lord of the Rings, Big Trouble in Little China, Taxi Driver, The Tick, and Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. That definitely looks like Kurt Russell from Big Trouble in Little China, but oh yeah, and they did Wonka's Golden Ticket, and that's pretty sweet, and Everlasting Gobstopper. But anyway, this is not about that. This is about what's in that box. Let's take a look at John's head here. I don't know what that tool is. It's kind of freaking me out. I don't know if it's a grab stuff open tool. I don't know what that is. All right, this is his talking head. You see there right by his other one. Again, the skin tone's great. It's pretty much spot on with the Hot Toys, what you would expect. The face seems a little darker than the other, and it might be from a different, a little bit time frame that's a little different in Len's life. I'm not exactly sure. They did a great job with the teeth. This is 100% Hot Toys quality from Molecule8, so they did a great job with this. Let's go ahead and I'll take this stuff out, I'll put it in the display, and I'll kind of get John's wardrobe change and his guitar strung up and let you guys see him after the break. Alright, just a really quick shot here of, I wanted you to see that, as in a matter of fact, that is the metal endoskeleton. You can kind of see the metal right there coming out of his Luke Skywalker hand there. And you can see some scarring on his left shoulder, right under his armpit. That's kind of a tough little thing to do, actually. That's I imagine this process is kind of hard to do. They were probably under a time crunch here to get these out. And you can see it's not the best body sculpt in the world, but it doesn't really matter. It's going to be displayed in full color. Or in full clothing, obviously. So I just wanted you to take a look at that. The Viking sculpt that you see kind of over there is definitely a better sculpt. Yeah, you can see from that it's toned in on it, and it's designed to be. Whereas the Lennon really is just kind of, it's just kind of made to be John Lennon. That's what it's supposed to be. But there's I'm going to get a good close-up of his head sculpt. If I can get that to focus and not get Darth Vader in focus, let's see. Let's see. Come on, John. Let's see. There we go. There you go. Sorry about the shadows. Oh yeah, that looks great. That just looks fantastic. Anyway, let's go to the rest of it. Alright guys, over the break, while I was putting this thing together, I realized what this daggum tool does. This is actually, believe it or not, I do all the sewing here at the Mitchell house, and I realized, wait a minute, this is like you'd thread a needle. Then when I realized that these stinking buttons actually had to be buttoned on a shirt, I was like, holy crap, how am I going to do that? And then I realized that's what this was. So you stick that in like so, you pull it in, and I went ahead and there you go. I forcibly just pulled that through. They've got these things sewn on pretty well as far as I can tell. I didn't, at no point did it feel like it was going to rip. And I first put his black shirt on. There you go. I first put his black shirt on, and then I realized that this was not a flak jacket, but this was a private shirt. So it was a different. I am gonna leave his little chest exposed a little bit there. But let me tell you something. Putting this shirt on, this figure, because of the way that Molecule 8 has done this frame body, for whatever reason, this left arm will go up. It will do that and bend and give you the the kind of articulation you kind of expect. The Fiken figure, by the way, is extremely articulate in that it's extremely well articulated. This one is weird. His right arm will do that, but I can't get the right at the shoulder. I can't get it to pivot this way. No, it will not go back. It won't go forward. I can't get it to swing either way. Obviously his forearm will, but I can't get the shoulder. So I had to slide the right sleeve in and then pull this one up. It was a mo-fro to get that daggum thing in. You can damn well bet I'm not going to be changing this guy's outfit. Holy moly. But there you go. So he does have the metal feet as well. Excuse me, the metal, complete metal skeleton. Obviously, that's a pretty cool feature to have because you're not going to snap those tabs off. I mean, the whole thing is stainless steel, so you're not going to mess that up, which is kind of cool. Let's see. But I'm not going to lie to you. I felt like a freaking creeper trying to take his pants off. Holy crap. We shouldn't have to do that. Please, guys, just for the love of God. Sorry. I've got some high pollen, and the weather's been getting hot and cold here lately, messing up my sinuses. One thing that Molecule 8 did a fantastic job of is this. I love it when action figure companies get this right. They've got the break angle perfect for his pants. You don't see a, it's like a human being would actually wear their pants. You don't see the, it's not too short, which is great. They've also got the crease going down the iron line, which is really a good figure too. Let me get that little straight. John, sorry about that. No, I knocked off Darth Vader's hand. That's what you get, Vader. All right, there you go. But anyway, yeah. So you don't really see the. I mean, it really looks like a little human. That's great. So we're gonna go ahead and get this guitar and all that kind of stuff on him. Let's see. Might as well see what he does here. Let's go. The nut is individually slotted, which holy crap, that's some crazy detail. That is crazy detail. All right, I know you can't see it, and I don't really care about showing right now, but there we go. All right, so I'm gonna go back and put the strings on a little later. See if I can pop that over on the nut. All right, guys, let's go ahead and talk about what's in the box here. You've got obviously the blue shirt that the figure came on. You can see that there, the blue shirt that the figure came on. You've got the coat that it came with, that really cool print. That's nice. It's velvet, by the way, just so you know that it's velvet. Feels great. And it's a very firm print. It feels like it's got some foam up in there to kind of help shape it a little bit, and it does a great job. So it's a really, really nice touch. Obviously, you've got your badges for the shirt. I'm not going to display mine. I think it looks great without it, so I'm not going to. You've got a pair of sunglasses, the trademark John Lennon sunglasses. His round glasses, if you can see that right there. These, by the way, are teeny tiny. Those frames are metal, and I was worried I was going to bend them getting out of the packaging, but I didn't. So they look really good, and it looks like they'll go in his head just fine. We'll find out in just a minute. I think I'm going to display mine with the round the round glasses, like you'd see. You can see that I did get this pick out. Man, this thing is the size of a gnat, man. That is a little teeny tiny little pick with JL inscribed in it for obviously John Lennon. So that looks great. I hope that's focusing fast enough. I didn't really check. The set of hands that it came with, it also came with a secondary set of hands that are just slightly variation on those. They're molded, so they're molded closed. So I didn't really see any point in putting that in the figure. The two pair of feet. I want to let you guys know, this, as you can see from his feet right now, I put the boots back on. I don't care if he wore that on the Dick Cavett show or not. It holds him up very well. You get a lot more support coming from that rigidity of that boot. That gives him this firm support that you need from the endoskeleton to keep him up. Again, the brake angle is still beautiful right there. It's a great touch. And these, when those ball pivots are right there, I mean, he just flops around. So even though it's a firm hold here, the figure fell over. As you can see, it actually fell over on the Royal Guard and knocked a little staff out of his hand and knocked him over. So that's what happened between the takes. And of course the other John Lennon face. This is of course the singing face. His black pants is what he came with, and a black t-shirt. I accidentally put the black t-shirt on a while ago between this shirt, but he looks a whole lot better like that. I actually adjusted his strap. His strap will adjust as well. This is crazy. But his strap will adjust, and like a real guitar strap. You know, it didn't have the little the belt hook to go in there, but it did have. It just slides through the actual mechanism like a belt does. It slides through the actual belt, the belt buckle. So, and this is freaking invaluable with this. If you lose this, then go ahead and get one. Go ahead and get a needle threader or something like that, because this is insane. If you lose that, you're going to need that to button that shirt up. And I used it to pull the, what did I use it for? I didn't use it to pull the looper through. Well, I could use it to pull the looper through there, but I also used it to just help me out with every little thing on this guy. All right, let's see if I can show you one little rundown in just a second. All right, I'm going to go ahead and try to get these glasses on him. Good luck for me for that. I mean, they are freaking small, man. Holy moly. I don't remember if I said this earlier in the video. I meant to say it, which is why I brought up my wife. But I did take her to see Paul McCartney, and she is a huge John Lennon fan. She actually has John Lennon tattooed on her back. She has the Imagine artwork, the self-portrait that he painted. I am not quite sure how that goes in. I feel like I'm jamming it in his head to no avail. This did not, I should be noted that this figure does not come with an instruction booklet at all. So it doesn't, you know, the Hot Toys do a great job of giving you the instruction booklet. And this guy, holy moly, I know they go in there. I'm gonna have to take that head off. Let's see if I can get the sunglasses on the one without the head. Oops, sorry about that, bumped the camera. If I can get the sunglasses on this one, then I'm positive we could get the other ones. Okay, they just slide in like that. I just gotta get, I guess, a better angle. Okay, that side went in pretty good, but this one didn't. All right, let's see. This is crazy. There we go. Had to dodge his hair. Yeah, there we go. Oh man. God, that looks so classic Lennon. That just looks amazing. It really does. Guys, this figure looks way better than any of the production the production photos they had. That just looks amazing. But that's how you put his glasses in, just right underneath the hair, which I'll probably do the same thing with this one when I get done. That is absolutely amazing. All right, we'll do a final rundown. All right, guys, here we are with the John Lennon figure. I finally got his glasses on. Once you take the head off, it's really not hard to put it on. There's I see why they did the Viking style body, of course. You know, it is nice to have that seamless, but really with this figure, you don't have to. So it's kind of a little overkill for this one. I love the fact that they've got his guitar pretty accurate within the realms of not being sued by Gibson. You can tell I put his right foot back a little further than his left one. I don't know if Lennon was right-handed, Paul McCartney was left-handed. Paul McCartney is left-handed. So one of the things that when you play guitar and you've got your guitar strung over you, you tend to prefer the dominance of your right foot for support. So I put his right foot back just a little bit. I couldn't quite get it like Lennon used to stand. You can kind of see in photos of Lennon how he would kind of, you know, prop the leg back and whatnot. And I honestly don't know if he preferred his right or left, but I do. So I was going to do a little put to that and kind of make it to where it was kind of adding that little effect to it. But I was going to say that because of the boot going up to about right here, you can't really bend. You can bend his leg that way, but then that defeats the purpose of the magnet. The magnet won't make contact to the plate. So that's just one of those little things. Again, I applaud them for really skirting the Epiphone issue and just making a standard dreadnought with that volume and tone knob and the pickup. Let's see if it'll focus in on that. Sorry about it's blurry. Let's see, come on, baby. Yeah, you can see that pickup is right there. That is just fantastic. It's even got the wonderful colored end pins in there. You can see the grain of the wood of the guitar. That's another home run. You know, they obviously dodged the Gibson headstock, which for good measure. Oh, I got Grand Moff in that one. Let's see. Let's see if I can pull this back up. Yeah, there we go. There you go. You can see it, and it's close enough. You know, for that scale, it's close enough. You know, I am certainly not a geek about that sort of thing. I realize the copyright issues they have and the trademark issues they have with using these type of images and shapes and stuff like that. But anyway, there's the John Lennon review, and as you can see, I did keep the Deadpool. Yeah, I did. So from the last review. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy this. That is a fantastic sculpt. It looks great with the glasses on. Let me focus in again on that. It just looks great. They've got him down spitting image. It looks fantastic. So if you have any thoughts about getting this figure whatsoever, you will not be disappointed. I would tell you to make sure that he's got the you can kind of dress him how you want to. I kind of like what he has here. I kind of like that the kind of protest version of John Lennon. I know that's a lot of you guys that think of Lennon, that's what you think of, so that's kind of what I wanted to do. Hey guys, just wanted to come back and say one more thing about the figure. Again, my compliments to all the folks at Molecule8. They did a great job with this John Lennon figure. It is fantastic. I am definitely happy to have this one. I would love to have a Jimi Hendrix figure if they could license that. He's one of my all-time favorites, so I would love to have that. But just want to go ahead and compliment everybody if you've thought about getting this figure. If you were worried about what you saw in the pre-sculpts and all that kind of stuff, and in the previews of the figure, I think that you can put your fears to rest. This is top notch. It's on par with anything else. My only caveat would be the silicone body is not really a necessity here. John Lennon is in the movie How I Won the War is not actually how he won the war, so therefore it's not really like you're going to do action figure poses with this figure. So I think that you're going to just have once you get him set up and dressed the way you want him, the way the look that you want to do, you go ahead and keep the figure like it is. It's going to be you're not going to want to change those clothes again. Just this moving clothes on and off of silicone is really hard. That's one advantage to the plastic bodies. It's much easier to get the clothes, shirts or whatnot. But if you're like me, who's going to take clothes off of Grand Moff Tarkin or Boba Fett or Darth Vader? Why would you do that? So anyway, but they did a great job of getting the detail of this guitar. They did a great job of the clothing. They did a great job with the glasses. The face sculpt is spot on. Again, congrats to the pants length. Really is an A+ for me. The last little thing I'll say again one more time about the feet. Magnets hold incredibly well with his boots. They hold incredibly well with the flip-flops. However, because the ball joint pivots right there at the ankle, the weight of his body just makes him collapse. But that won't happen with the boots because they go up to about right there. So it's just a much sturdier figure with those boots. Again, the patch is not going to put those on. The secondary head, I might, because I do like the singing John Lennon face there that he has. I want to thank you guys again for tuning in. Again, this isn't my full-time job. I just love doing it, and I love hearing your comments. So please let me know. Maybe comment on some other stuff that you collect. If I'm missing something, I would get another Molecule8 figure. I would certainly get another Molecule8 figure. It's just it is definitely worth the money. As far as the Transformer thing goes, Brian, you're gonna get it, but you don't know because you don't watch my videos. Anyway, I want to thank you guys, but please comment on what you think about the figure, and if you've gotten it, please let me know. But also let me know what else you collect. I would really like to know what you're collecting outside of Hot Toys. That's really cool, and share your pictures with me on the YouTube links. I really like commenting with you guys, and I hope that you do too. Thank you so much from plaidtoys.com. I'm Chris Mitchell. Have a great week.